Hi everyone. I welcome all of you on the behalf of Shopping Center Association of India. Sky is committed to fostering the growth of the shopping center industry in our country. Sharing knowledge with industry professionals is a key responsibility we embrace. Our aim is to keep you updated on the best practices used in shopping centers around the globe. This monthly webinar series is one of the methods we use to accomplish this. Today's webinar will explore the latest advancements in security systems for shopping centers. The mall industry places high importance on the security and comfort of visitors. Monitoring the flow of people during rush hours can be challenging. Traditional methods can struggle to manage large crowds. This is where facial recognition technology comes in, offering a powerful tool to enhance mall security. RecFaces, a leading provider of facial recognition software, has partnered with the Shopping Center Association of India to introduce this innovative solution to mall industry. Let's meet the industry leaders we have with us today. Umesh Bhujbal. He is Chief Technology Officer, Nexus Select Malls. Eugenia Marina. She is Business Development Director, Middle East and North Africa. She is with RecFaces. Colonel Kaval Kishore. He is Head of Facility Management Pan India Projects at L&T Realty. Valerie Laptiva, she is Business Development Director, Asia Pacific. She is from RecFaces. Hanil Anand, he is Head Loss and Prevention, Viviana Mall. Hanil shall be moderating the session, but before I hand over it to Hanil, viewers are welcome to submit their questions and the panel will address them following the session. So over to Hanil. Hanil, all yours.
Thank you, Anji, for this introduction. For sure, we have a fantastic panel assembled today. Shopping centers serves as a contemporary hub for socializing and entertainment, providing a secure environment for our individuals to relax, rejuvenate, and enjoy quality time with peers. They offer a comprehensive range of luxury recreational activities, including state-of-the-art shopping experience, multiplexes, and fine dining. Given the fact that shopping centers are inherently accessible to the public, they face ongoing security challenges. The festive buzz attracts large number of footfalls, making it difficult to maintain peace and harmony without compromising the shopping experience. To make sure and ensure our visitors feel safe and have an enjoyable time puts security operations to a test on a daily basis. Significant effort is devoted to benchmarking, controlling, and regularly upgrading safety measures. Regarding customer experience, the responsibility lies with both the mall management and the individual retailers within the complex, requiring a collaborative approach to achieve the common goal. If I may talk about the current scenario of the future growth of the global shopping center, there was an article which I was reading and the survey and the report by SkyQuest. The industry was worth a whopping $5.57 trillion in 2022 and is on track to surge $4 trillion by 2030, which is 6% compound annual growth rate per year forecast between 2024 and this trend only in Asia Pacific, but also in North America, Latin America, Middle East, and Africa, including Europe. To move forward today, we'll be hearing from industry experts, throwing insights on the latest developments and real-world applications, keeping in mind customer experience and delight. But before we go ahead further and ask questions to our experts, we will also have a time for our audiences to answer their questions at the end of the session. For individuals seeking detailed technical insights, I would encourage them to direct your queries to sales@recfaces.com. Their technical team will address your questions with the most comprehensive answers. To kick things off, let's hear more from the experts. Colonel Kishore, I would like to question and answer and request an answer how the advancements in the technology influence the way shopping center addresses new age threats and challenges, and how can shopping centers balance heightened security measures with maintaining a welcoming atmosphere for our customers. Over to you, Colonel.
Yeah, thank you so much. Firstly, it's an honor to be here, part of this discussion. Thank you, Mr. Ranji, for the introduction. Hanil, quickly coming over to the question what you have faced, what you have posed. Now, apart from the things what you have just mentioned, I would just like to highlight few more aspects of the changing face of the malls. You know, they are becoming the leisure destinations. They are becoming the epitome of comfort, convenience, customer delight, and everybody wants the wow factor to come in. But at the same time, what has happened is more or less all the malls are inside the high risk zone areas. When I say high risk zones, if I give the examples from the previous experience where I was, we were middle of Bandrakulla complex. You know, one side you have US consulate, you have Bharat Diamond Bourse on the other side. There is no depth or defense in depth. There is no layered security what we ideally want for the malls to happen. There are multiple entries and exit points. In my property, there were about 24 entry exit points. The material which keeps coming in, which keeps moving out, you know, you can't check every box which comes inside. If you talk about the stakeholders, you have mall management team, you have services team, you have shop owners, you have their staff. And the changing faces of the malls is, as you're aware, you know, they are becoming an integrated complex also. And in some of the locations, I have seen the residential complex merging into the malls. You know, the Seawood malls, which is in Navi Mumbai, it is one of the main examples. Now, what happens is all these things cumulatively gives a catch-22 situations to the security staff and also to the business. Business wants footfall, but here the same footfall becomes a soft target for us as security and risk management professionals. So coming on to the technology, certain points I'm sure the audience is already aware, but let me touch on the enhanced technology which is coming in. We all put video cameras, surveillance cameras, but we should now start thinking beyond the cameras. We should think of high definition resolution cameras. We should start thinking of 360-degree views cameras. We should start thinking of night vision capabilities cameras. One of the use cases, why don't the first person who's standing at the gates, which is the guard, why can't we give him body cameras? Because ultimately it becomes the evidence what is happening. He's the first contact with the customers. Now, beyond the cameras, when I said, now is the time that we should look at, the video analytics part of the cameras. Everybody is very keen. The business is also keen on the people count. People count we are able to give with the cameras or the DFMDs. But what about an area fill count? What about the occupancy count? What about the crowd detection? You know, the video analytics can give us an alert when if we see blacklisted people, blacklisted vehicles. We can have count of the objects. In one of the malls, I had seen there were beautiful artifacts which were kept there. The object positioning can be found out from video analytics. Somebody can pick up the artifact and move out from there. What about the unattended baggage? You know, a vehicle which is standing outside our perimeter. This is all part of video analytics nowadays. Lost and found, which is such a major thing in the malls. It can also be done with the video analytics. Let me give you a use case quickly. You know, if a child goes missing, which often happens 6 or 7 years, we found it in the mall quickly by running the video scanning. We gave the color, we gave the age, and with facial recognition technology, pop out, the alert came, and we were able to find the child. So this is the way the technology is moving forward. Now, third, which I want to convey is about the analytics part. The combination of the AI and the ML part. You know, it has bolstered the predictive capability of the cameras. The historical data, there are large number of people which are coming in. So there is a historical data. There are patterns getting formed. How can we use it? Let's take one use case. So AI can detect any rise, let's say in a shop, there's a shoplifting which is happening in a particular area, in a particular zone, in a particular shop. It can be picked up from a historical data. a person is continuously moving in and out on daily basis in a particular zone in front of a corridor, in front of a particular shop, you can make out he's carrying out some kind of reconnaissance. So the security manager and the risk manager now has to start thinking about how this historical data can be made use of it. The technology is available, but how to use that is a major challenge which needs to be overcome. The next is, we all know Internet of Things is everywhere. The sensors are being used. Now, the security and risk manager should stand to the business and say that, I want to utilize these sensors in knowing about the temperature, the motion, the sound inside the mall. Why not? If we are able to find out or get a response that a fire hazard is likely to take place, there is a rise in temperature, and my operation control room is able to tell me, I can stop the fire much prior to when it goes beyond our control. Second is, I have seen it personally, this happening, that one of the foreign delegates came, and they were the meeting room inside a mall and they were carrying out their meeting. But this gentleman started feeling suffocated because the temperature, what he feels in his own country, and the temperature and humidity which was inside the meeting room was not at par. So if we have the parameter readings within our control, it can also save lives. Now, also coming on to our forced entry preventions, we take, there are large number of forced entry preventions which we have been utilizing, be it automatic bollards. Now they are combined with boom barriers. Now the erstwhile or the present, the baggage scanners or the DFMDs, we have been using them. Why not a technology which gives a direct feed to the GSOC? It curtails a lot of time. Why the pat down search is required at the entrance itself? So we use better technology, or we start using the ANPR system, we use the facial recognition system, and one more technology which is there is perimeter intrusion detection system. Nowadays, you don't require the wiring onto the perimeter. The cameras can beautifully do that. The next technology which I want to talk about is the emergency response system. This is one of the most critical thing which every security and risk manager should be focusing on. All the malls have got PA systems. They have, but invariably they'll be under command of engineering rep or a marketing rep. It should be under the command of a control center, wherein the PA system, the guidance signages on the LEDs, all should be combined and controlled. Nowadays, especially in the foreign countries, they are using the sensors which are active shooter sensors. I was reading an article in which, a very latest article, in which the image of the weapon is getting captured from a distance itself. So it can give you an alarm if somebody is carrying a weapon closer to the mall. So there is one more technology. The technology with respect to the emergency response system is the help points, or we call them the duress points. These can be put in the basements. They can be put in the washrooms. So all these technologies which are available, my last point related to the technology is that they need to culminate into a particular place, what we call as GSOC or an integrated operation center or a security operation center. This has to be your centralized command and control center, which is the nerve center, not only for safety, security, but also the BMS people, the HSCF people, the medical team, the MEP team, and which gives a unified dashboard to the business. In fact, the parking and traffic management team also should be part of the same. We have created an integrated operations center in which the social media and the CRM team also sits inside that. So this is the main theme or where the security or risk managers can tell their business that, okay, this is the security is beyond the security as well. Coming quickly onto your next question, which was related to that, how balancing the heightened security which is there. We need to be participative in the design stage itself. The security needs to integrate seamlessly into the design. Then only you can be unobtrusive. Then only you can be not seen but still there. Example, can you use decorative planters instead of bollards? Yes, we can. So these are things which we need to implement at the design stage itself. And of course, the discrete security technology, some of the points I have already touched, the facial recognition system, the ANPR system, There is a very good technology which has come as a lidar technology. Within a group of people, if somebody falls down, the lidar technology can pick it up. The RFID tagging and anti-theft tags are always there, so these can also add on to your shrinkage is getting less. So these are the things which are customer friendly, and I have touched upon the technology as well. Over to you, Anil.
Sure. Thank you, Anand. Moving on, Momish, could you also elaborate on the importance of customer experience in shopping malls? Additionally, what challenges do official encounters in maintaining and enhancing the experience? Over to you, Umesh.
Sure. Thanks, Anil. And first of all, I'd like to thank SCI for inviting me to this webinar, and to Anji for giving the introduction. So Anil, customer experience is, I think, more and more with the, I think it's become an integral part of our mall operations. Given the fact that customers are now used to a personalized experience whenever they shop, and the online medium, like the online channels like Amazon, Flipkarts of the world, have kind of tuned the customer to getting more personalized and customized experience, and that is clearly also getting reflected in the expectations that they have from the physical retail space. So as mall operators, we can't just leave it to the retailers to be part to owning that customer experience. We as mall operators are not only integral but also the center of that, of making sure that the customer not only feels safe but also feels welcomed and recognized when he or she walks into our premises, and is that also definitely reflects in the results that our retailers see, and hence at the reflects in our balance sheets as well. And here, that is something that, and this goes beyond just providing clean spaces, well-lighted spaces, also something that the consumer is attracted to. So which means that we as a mall operator need to know what the consumer's tastes are, what has appealed to him or her, how whether what we have presented as an experience has resulted in repeat visits. And this is where technologies, especially facial recognition technologies, really plays a major role for operators. Because unlike retailers who actually own the consumer information and can readily recognize a customer once they walk into their retail premises, as a mall operator, we are still need to indirectly identify why a consumer who has come into our premise, what have they, how long have they stayed, what have they looked at, how much have they shopped, and try to derive inferences from what they present. So this goes beyond just people counting and tracking of movement within the malls, which anyway, as Colonel Kishore before me quite comprehensively highlighted, how security aspects have usually, the technology that is used for security purposes are now also being increasingly being used for consumer experience management as well. So to give an example, while I know how many people came, their gender from my cameras, but if the technology allows me to figure out that this consumer has come, let's say 3 times a month, looking at the shopping behavior that the consumer exhibits through shopping bags carried by the consumer while traversing through the mall, or well, when the consumer drives in to the mall parking, looking at the number plate or looking at the make and model of the car, I can kind of start creating a customer 360. Saying, okay, this consumer has visited X number of times, tends to drive this kind of vehicle, visits in a family group, has children. So essentially, this could be the receptiveness as consumer for more products that my retailers offer. This consumer could be a good candidate for that. So this helps me personalize and target advertisements within the mall, outside the mall as well, if possible. It also helps me doing retail analytics. So this technology helps me identify the changing behavior over time, the response to specific events that we would have in the mall. So essentially, all of this pulls together into offering an enhanced consumer experience and building the customer relationship, because loyalty, the customer is no longer just loyal to the retailer. The customer is also really loyal to the mall because of the shopping experience that we are offering. So it becomes very important for us to use all the technology means at hand to be able to identify who is coming, what is driving their consumption, and help us up our game and keep ahead of the consumer expectations so that we keep on getting them as repeat customers. From a challenges perspective, the second part of the question you asked, again, it is basically making sure that the technology is available, is up to date. So again, video analytics typically has been focused towards security, but using the same infrastructure or an additional infrastructure to look at the consumer behavior itself, and also figure out what are the kind of services we can offer using the intelligence, using analytics in terms of the kind of customer segmentation I talked about, but also kind of figuring out, for example, can I offer customers a creche, so people who have small kids, can I offer a creche service which allows consumers to track where a child is using a video feed, or creating custom service around such technologies, and at the while making sure it is not being too intrusive and the customer doesn't feel watched or spied upon. So I think we, as a mall operator, we have to tread this fine balance as well. Over to you.
Understood. I mean, I understand what you're saying exactly. From multiple and plethora of things we can do it with this tech. For example, from our total footfall, how many male, how many female, how many children, what age category, we can get all the data. But my question here, after listening to Colonel Kishore and you, my question is, can safety and customer experience be interconnected? Is there a common solution that addresses both of these challenges? As we advance towards a digital inclusive retail landscape, the industry is continuously seeking technological advancement solutions to boost profit and enhance operational efficiency as well. As you correctly mentioned, Eugenia, could you please explain facial biometric and discuss how shopping centers can benefit from this technology? Over to you.
Of course. Thank you very much for this question. Basically, facial recognition is a powerful technology that has immense potential across different industries and landscapes. And of course, shopping centers are no exception. As our dear speakers have just mentioned, the priority of shopping centers is to elevate the customer's experience and operational efficiency. And we truly believe that facial biometrics is the key to unlock operational prosperity never seen before.
That's interesting. Eugenia, could you share some further insights into the application of facial recognition within a shopping mall environment, particularly in terms of enhancing security measures? Also, do you believe facial biometric present a viable solution?
Yes, I do believe that facial recognition systems are powered by AI technology and advanced algorithms to identify a person in the area of the surveillance. The features of the face, such as the distance between the eyes, contours, size of the nose, are analyzed to match with the existing profiles of people, and identification is completed within a matter of seconds. Because of continuous advancement of the technology, the identification is very fast and accurate. The identification is correct even in the cases of wearing face masks. So it allows quick identification of defaulters, for example, at the shopping malls. It also helps in devising a strong incident detection and response plan. It is highly efficient in detecting the scene of crime and also to raise alerts for the security team to take action, as for example, when the child is missing, as we have discussed before. The whole map of the building is uploaded and stored in the system, allowing the servers to switch across areas for real-time monitoring and control. So to ensure the safety of the mall staff, as well as the mall's resources, the sensitive areas like server rooms, warehouses, corporate offices can be secured through facial recognition powered access control systems. And any unauthorized person trying to break in such places is prevented, which reduces the risks of breach, breaks in, and of course, thefts. I hope that I have answered this question.
Yes, thank you. Valerie, how can you enhance physical security through facial recognition technology without compromising customer engagement?
First of all, thank you, Hanil, for the question, and good day, everyone. So regarding your question, it's a really interesting question, and one way to enhance physical security through facial recognition technology without compromising customer engagement is to use this technology in a seamlessly and transparent manner as possible. This can be achieved being honest with your customer about the use of facial recognition technology for security purposes and ensuring that customer privacy is protected. In addition, it is important to explain the positively aspects of using facial recognition technology and to implement is a positively way as possible for customers. So yes, now we have a lot of technological and innovative facial recognition solution for marketing and customer experience. And system integrators and distributors can implement both security and marketing solution in one platform.
Okay. Can you also just elaborate more on what innovative face-based marketing solutions do you suggest for attracting customers? Can you provide some examples?
Yes, sure. As I mentioned, on the market, we have a lot of innovative face-based marketing solution. For example, digital signage system. I would like to draw your attention on such systems. There is a system for displaying entertainment and information content on a digital screen. The content can be different. Not only advertising, but also useful content, for example, weather or traffic in the city. If we're talking about food zones in shopping malls and shopping centers, it can be a digital menu, for example, instead of a paper one. If facial recognition technology is added to the system, retailers can get customers' analytics, such as gender, age, for example. Based on these analytics, the business can display more targeted advertising to a specific target audience in a given time period. Also, increasing customer engagement and personalized interaction between customer and consultant, customer and business owner, shop owner, and etc. Also, such system allow you to know your client in face and display his or her face on big screen when he or she enters to the shop. And also it catches the customer attention and boosts loyalty of customers, of course.
Okay. Tell me something. I mean, if, for example, I'm the brand owner, I'm the retailer, and what key considerations should I keep in mind when integrating facial recognition technology into our operations?
Mm-hmm. I believe the first thing a customer or company that serves a shopping center should think about is equipment and cameras. Facial recognition technology is a complex and technological product that requires investments in hardware. Unfortunately, quality biometrics cannot work on cheap cameras or equipment that doesn't meet a certain hardware recommendations. What we do as a vendor, we help our customers and our pre-sale engineers can calculate correct camera placement, calculate hardware recommendations for our customer and partners. Or if, for example, you already have installed cameras in your shopping mall, we can also fix the camera. We can calculate how place camera properly way for better facial recognition results. So yes, answering on your question, it's hardware, cameras, it's important.
All right. Tell me, is there any way to test facial recognition technology in real time in our organization with experts' help to see its complete functionality before making a purchase decision? Can you share your experience and some interesting case studies of high-end organizations in the Middle East?
Of course. I think it's a question to me.
Yes,
Because
that's to you, Virginia.
of course.
Yes.
So basically, we always try to tell to our customers that we give our free demo of our ready-made facial recognition solutions to test them in the real-time environment with their real cameras, with their real lighting, so that they could make the purchasing decision well. Of course, our team will support and guide you through all the installation and testing process. And of course, regarding your second question, in the recent years, the pandemic and economic crisis have led to a rise in shoplifting and minor offenses in many countries. And for instance, in Brazil, security services lacked the technical support and manpower to monitor all the suspicious activity. So the biometric solution was, so to say, a key to reduce shoplifting and enhancing security, to speed up video processing and quickly identify suspenders. I'm talking about Jokia Kenyatta shopping center with over 400 shops, more than 200,000 meters and 30 food courts options. We've talked before about the fine dining. So it was very important to decrease shoplifting and reduce losses using biometric facial recognition. And we quickly helped this shopping mall with our colleagues, with our experts. We installed our ID Guard solution that helped people to identify individuals on different stop lists in real time, to investigate incidents swiftly, notify the security service about the potential offenders, and of course, receive different notifications through the system interface, Android devices, and through SMS. Of course, integrations with top world video management systems were also provided to the shopping center. The technology not only aids in detaining shoplifters, but also prevents thefts proactively.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Valerie, you want to continue further? You want to add something in this? How accurate is the algorithm?
Yes, sure. When we're talking about...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. If we're talking about facial recognition technology, of course, all customers and integrator company, distributor company, interested in accuracy. Talking about facial recognition algorithm, now they has significant improvements. And for example, our algorithms that we use in our software has around 99% accuracy and ranked in the top 5 of National Institute of Standard and Technology report. The main factor affecting the accuracy of identification is, of course, the quality of photo. The better the photo quality, the higher the recognition result. Of course, the system can work with medium quality pictures and photos, and sometimes even recognize a person in very bad, too dark, or too blurred a picture. But you can't always rely on that. So therefore, we recommend our customers and integrators companies should take into consideration all our recommendations about choosing the suitable hardware, suitable cameras, and the best possible placements for them. And we are, as a vendor, of course, can help with that, with cameras models, with hardware. We provide free consultants session for our partners and customers on that. And it's very important when we talk about accuracy.
All right. All right. So we have few questions here from our audiences. The one from Mr. Vikas Singh, high and growing automation, security with facial recognition, ANPR, PIDS, many more tech coming up. But what will be the scope of physical security and how it is going to impact on it? I mean, over to you, Kanal, if you want to answer. Yes.
Yeah, sure. You see, Vikas, it's always man behind the machine or a person behind the machine. He's not going anywhere. Even if you use any of the technologies, ultimately the technology has to land somewhere. There are two types of modes how we are using the technology. One is the live mode, and second is the during the silent hours. In both the situation, when the alarms are getting generated, you need to react to it. The reaction at times is automated, or the reaction is required to be sent by the by sending the manpower, what we call as QRTOs or ERTs. So the technology is being used to enhance your capabilities of reacting to a particular thing. So that is how the technology is going to be used. The manpower scope will get reduced at certain places where the systems are getting automated. But what enhancement is required is your skills needs to be upgraded. The guard needs to become an operator. The operator needs to become an analyst. So the upward skill requirement still remains the same. I hope I have answered the question.
Yes. Once again, before we proceed further, let me say this, that any technical questions, as if any audiences have in-depth questions, they can write it to sales@recfaces.com. Their experts will get in touch with you regarding all your queries. We have one more question here by Vipin Bhati saying, what steps you propose for security digital data for implementers for FRS integration data should not we implement a method where we take a consent from the customer moment they enter a mall. Nowadays, mobile numbers can be a customer, as deep fake is a huge issue. How do mall and shop owners secure themselves? Biometric is linked to financial transaction. Important shop owners take huge steps to secure data.
I think
So that's a question by Vipin. Valerie, you want to answer that?
Yes, I can answer this question on the first part, I believe, because our company connected with the first part of this question regarding facial recognition implementations and security data. Of course, we can help with implementation, and we do it through our partners, integrator and distributor. How we can help you, how our system can compliance with law, with local law, for example, of privacy. We certainly understand the challenges that customers faced in this matter. And if we're talking about facial recognition and our system, we are regulated by GDPR in Europe, for example, and generally this document is a basis for other documents around the world, even at the local level. And regarding our system, it's crucial to understand that our system do not store biometric or personal data. We are not processed. This is on the customer side, and is it up the customer to think about it? Generally, the law on biometric data storage and compliance are very similar to the requirements for video surveillance or video management systems. And if you install a video surveillance system as well, you are in any case in compliance with regulations, your local regulations. So, yes, I think I will answer this question. I answered to this question, the first part. Regarding the second part, deep fake and etc. We need to talk about with you about it separately. We have a wonderful pre-sale team, and I believe they can help answer this question, how we can handle deep fakes and etc. And regarding financial transaction too, we can contact you after this webinar and organize separate meeting and talk about it. Thank you for the question.
I think there is another question in the chat regarding tackling situations where you face data protection challenges, as if you save data for a certain period as per company requirements, and if anyone challenges regarding privacy. I think that Valeria has already touched upon this question, but I can add that our solutions features have end-to-end SSL encryption and has undergone rigorous penetration testing by multiple third-party cybersecurity firms, demonstrating high levels of protection. So basically, this measures ensures compliance with current data protection regulation like GDPR and CCPA, and provide robust defense against cyber threats. It is very secured and has encryption. So you just need to store the data as if you store your privacy data for access control systems, CCTV systems, and VMS systems. So we advise you to store this data as if you store your private data for video surveillance, for example. I hope that I have answered your question. My pleasure.
Anjeev, over to you.
Okay. So really, the discussion was very interesting and enlightening. In fact, I think it's going to a very good information sharing, and definitely the mall industry will use it, will adopt this. So I thank all of you, all my panelists and the viewers who have spared their precious time. And I hope we all it must have been a very enlightening and learning session. So I thank once again RecFaces for joining hands with the sky and looking for few more sessions with them, which may help our industry in technological advancements. So with this, we conclude our today's session. Thanks, everyone.